Hello, I'm TL. This is the Living Workshop. Today is Monday, April 28th, 2025. This is the third time I have now made this video because there was something up with my phone. First time, it went very well. Second time, I didn't even get that far before the phone stopped recording. Luckily, I got the little light here so that when the phone stops recording, that light goes out. If not, I would have probably been still talking to the void. So, good for that. I just got it figured out. I had to continue to delete all the videos I already deleted because it was still saved in the recently deleted folders. So, whatever. Okay, all right. It's all good now. It's all good. Three things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for that I figured that out. That's figured out. So there's already one. I'm grateful for it's supposed to be very, very nice out today. It's supposed to be very sunny and warm. For this weekend, it was very rainy. I'm sure if you're from the Northeast, you're aware that this last weekend was very rainy. Everybody wants to go hang out outside on the weekends when they have it off, and yet it's rainy. So I'm grateful that it's supposed to be nice today. I have a bunch of stuff to do outside, so that's really nice. So I'm grateful for that. Second thing, or third thing actually, because I already did the first thing. And that was the second. Woke up early today. Woke up pretty early, so that's nice. It's one of the things that I'm working on, trying to wake up earlier and earlier, get the day started sooner, get the writing done sooner, kind of all that sort of stuff. Because now it's nice out. Now there's a lot of stuff to do. Better to get the day moving earlier. It's not winter time. So those are three things. One interesting thing. This weekend, I found this thing on Patreon. It's these two scientists, artists, members of a fungal collective called Fungal Matters, and they did these really cool videos, like 2 hours long each. It goes through basics, through all of understanding fungi, really in depth, and then goes through a bunch of their lab protocols, and then helps teach how to make kind of your own mycomaterials. So I found that very interesting. I find that stuff incredibly interesting. So I spent like 4 hours on Saturday watching that while doing a bunch of other stuff as well around the house while it was rainy out. So good use of inside time. But so that's really cool if you're curious about fungi and want something that's kind of nice and succinct. That seems really, really well. I learned stuff that I didn't know, and also super interesting to find out more about people who have been doing a lot more work with the mycomaterials, because that's what I am working on getting more into now. So that's really cool. So I'll leave some sort of link on that. I'll also leave whatever music I end up listening to today or what I was listening to yesterday. I'll put that down there. Previous day's work. Yeah, this weekend I did quite a few things. I'm gonna make a video of I got a bunch of straw, so I am pasteurizing that now. Doing the slow cold pasteurizing, so as opposed to using lime, which you can use, I realized using science that I could just use my wood ash. So I'm just using the wood ash to bring up the pH so that I can pasteurize the straw, and then I can grow wine caps and oysters and all sorts of stuff with them. So that was the cool thing. So I'm probably gonna make a video of that. I realized I didn't get as much done this last week. Maybe I was trying to. We got a good amount done, but I'm just realizing that for whatever reason this last week I spent way too much time on my phone, scrolling or looking at stuff or going down random rabbit holes of all sorts of random stuff, or watching this funny video or something like that. A lot of times the stuff that I'm watching is educational or informative in some way, still, it's getting nice out. So that's my reflection from last week. So I would like to kind of cut that back. So how I'm going to adapt to that is I'm just going to do no screen content this week. So we'll see how that goes. But I will be able to listen to music because that's helpful. I can read anything. I can read any of these books or anything that I already have on my remarkable tablet. I can do any writing that I want, and I can do any filming. So that will ideally focus my energy here doing this stuff as opposed to out in the internet ether doing whatever. So what am I doing today? What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Stuff outside. So I still have to set up the stand and take a photo of it. So I'm probably gonna break all this. So I'm probably gonna break all this stuff down and bring it outside because now it's nice out, and set it up with a bunch of stuff, a bunch of my stuff, a bunch of Jen's stuff, and then we're gonna take a photo of that. Then now we have that for the Levitate stuff you gotta provide to them. They want like a photo of what the stand's gonna look like. So if we do that, that's something that's been holding us up. So if we do that, that's moving ourselves forward. I gotta do a little video outside explaining that pasteurizing the straw with the wood ash. I've got some table stuff to work on. I've got the fungi art to submit. I got to go to the gym. So, and I got more coconut coir for my microgreens as opposed to the mats. So I need to test that out, hydrate that, and use that. See how they grow with that, because then that way I can use that also for the worm bins and for other mushroom stuff if I wanted to as well. So it's more well-rounded, and I can get more second use and like third use, and kind of like cycle that stuff a lot more than just the mats that I got the first time. But the mats were an easy way to start, so that's where we started there. Okay, so, and we got to work on some chicken coop design. We've got it in our heads, but we need to get it down onto paper so that we can start building it. Because the little chickens that are downstairs need to go outside now because they're getting too big for the giant dog cage, and they are putting feathers all over the place, and it's getting too dusty in here for my liking. So, and it's time for them to go hang outside. They want to be hanging outside anyways. So why are we keeping them inside? Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. But that's it. That's it for Monday. I gotta break this stuff down, and I gotta get outside. I gotta upload this video. I've got to maybe hopefully put on some shorts, do some stuff outside, and enjoy this day that I get to have. So, thank you, and enjoy your day. And I hope you feel you're grateful for some stuff, and maybe you listen to the music that I post. Maybe not. Either way, whatever. Catch you tomorrow. Thank you.